Hey guys, it's Tia Yasmin. Welcome back to my channel. Today is day 11 of 12 days of press-on, so we were almost finished with the series and I'm very excited to share these next couple of videos with you. Today's set is going to be very simple yet cute. It's going to be a purple inspired set. Today is also going to be incorporating some elements that I am kind of new to still, so I'm going to walk you guys through my process of how I achieved this look and just the process overall. Here's everything that I used, so with that being said, let's get started. So first things first, we're going to be using our base coat from Beetles. Pretty much every color that I use is from Beetles. I just feel like it's very good quality nail polish and also super affordable. You can get it on Amazon, and I also do have an Amazon storefront. So if you guys are interested in purchasing any of these items, whether that be the polishes I use or the charms that I use, 99% of the time they're going to be from Amazon. So I will link my storefront down below for you guys so you guys can purchase these things for yourself. As you saw in the beginning, I went in with two different white or off-white, kind of milky white colors. The first one that I'm using is definitely more of a pure milky white, and the second one is more of a grayish color. I use these two together because I feel like they balance each other well and it gives me my desired color. Oftentimes I do mix colors together just because I feel like it helps me achieve a color that I don't necessarily have in one bottle. Once that last coat of milky white polish is put on, I'm then going to move on to the more difficult nail, and as you can see with this one, I only did one layer and it's only done like halfway. I wanted it to give kind of that ombre effect, but you know, I'm still learning, so I feel like it just is a little bit tacky looking, but we're going to make it work. So I'm putting on these glitter snowflakes and I'm kind of bending them, as you can see here, so that they kind of adhere to the shape of the nail better. Very carefully then, I'm going to put on some clear Polygel and kind of smear it on there, get a good glob on, and then use my brush along with some slip solution. Guys, the slip solution is a game changer. If you don't have that, it's going to be very hard to manipulate the Polygel because it can be very hard and sticky. So that slip solution really allows you to move it around and get the shape that you want. I'm just working this on my nail and kind of giving it a good shape. That way, if the application is good, then I don't have to do as much filing later on. So I did this for a little while. It did take me a second. That's why I kind of sped up the video. But I think this was good practice because I do want to work with other extensions in the future, like acrylic. And I feel like this is a great way to practice application without having to waste very expensive acrylic. Another thing to note is that you do want to be very light and gentle with your touch here because you don't want to potentially move the glitter that's underneath. Once that is all done, I'm going to put it in the dryer to cure and kind of give it a couple of cures so it's all the way done. I'm then going to move on to putting on my matte top coat and then finishing off some of these other nails with a classic French tip. I do love the way that white on white looks for French tips. I think it's just super classy and it just gives me a nice look. So whenever I don't know what to do with a nail, I'm always really quick to put a snowflake on there. I just feel like it's so cute, and I feel like it's a lot easier to do than a lot of people may think. It's literally just dots and lines, and in order to give it that kind of 3D effect, I'm going to put a little bit of acrylic powder on top. Moving back on to the nail with the polygel, I'm just going in with my nail file and just getting a good shaping on this nail. I don't want it to be too bulky, and I want it to look essentially like the rest of the gel polish nails. So I did take my time here to really shape out and smooth out any lumps or bumps and then kind of regain that shape. I know a lot of times when you add gel extension to a nail, it can really distort the shape of the nail, so you want to make sure you take your time with the shaping and make sure that you can make it look as symmetrical and as similar to the other nails as possible. Once I'm satisfied with how that looks, I'm going to just finish off my designs, and for the middle finger with the French tip, I'm going to just add a kind of a plaid stripe design. I think this was one of my favorite nails that I did for this one. Super cute and just super easy too. I feel like I've gained a lot of experience with the liner brush, so this was a lot of fun to put together. And speaking of experience, I feel like this series was a lot of fun for me to do. Although it's not over quite yet, I feel like I've learned so much and got to try a bunch of different things that I have not necessarily done. I feel like this is only the beginning of what I'm going to be able to achieve in the future. As we go into a new year, I'm really excited to continue to practice with polygel and liner brushes and all these other fun techniques. So thank you guys for watching me on my journey, and I really appreciate the support and even the feedback that I get from you guys. For the last two nails, I'm going to be doing an airbrush effect. I feel like this really helps me do my kind of ombre effect, since I'm not really sure how you can achieve it super well with gel polish. I've seen it done, but I don't think I have the right brush to do so, and I just love my airbrush. More towards the summer, I use my airbrush a whole lot in a lot of my videos. I just really like it, and I feel like I'm definitely getting my money's worth. So I do this for my airbrush effect, cure it, and then give it another layer of airbrushing. That way I can get a nice deep purple. And then I do a couple of more snowflakes just for good measure, just so you guys know that this is a holiday set. So I'm going to do the same thing as before, put on my snowflakes and then put the acrylic powder on to kind of give it that raised 3D effect. So once all of that is done, this is what the final result turned out like. I think I definitely could have done a better job with the encapsulated snowflake nail. However, I think it isn't bad. Honestly, it's not bad for like my first or second time doing this. I really do enjoy that plaid nail. Like I said, I just love the colors of purple with that two-tone white. But thanks you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. Be sure to come back for the final day of 12 Days of Press On tomorrow, and I will see you then. Bye.